We've been talking about 5G for a long time, and 5G is finally coming to commercial networks. Commercial networks are being deployed, people are using 5G, especially on the consumer side, and there's business applications that are opening up entirely new markets for enterprise networks and for the carriers that serve those networks. In this video, we talked to Sprint, we talked to Verizon, and we talked to Samsung about these commercial deployments and how they're advancing and what technologies they're using and featuring to really set these networks apart and also unlock new opportunities and new services in the future. We also talked to Samsung about Samsung's emergence as a real 5G network infrastructure provider, using its expertise in both radios and semiconductors to kind of come together with a complete package and really get a seat at the table at some of the largest 5G networks in the world.
Beamforming is really the key that's made millimeter wave for access possible. 10 years ago, Samsung started its research work into mobile access with millimeter wave spectrum, and at the time, people really thought that was only a point-to-point or point-to-multipoint kind of backhaul technology. But beamforming is what made it possible to really expand the coverage footprints in millimeter wave and make it possible to get hundreds of meters of range for these types of kind of metro dense deployments. And Samsung has been very, very active in beamforming research and really 5G research over the last decade, early trials, early deployments. Samsung's a big believer in open interfaces and open ecosystems. If you look outside of our networks division, Android, right? We're big in Android. We're Smart Things is a Samsung business where it's a massive open ecosystem for smart home products, and we're excited to see the telecom world adopt more open source software, adopt more open interfaces. Samsung's an active participant in the O-RAN Alliance, and we're really driving, in partnership with the operators, the industry forward when it comes to bringing best-in-class solutions that are sort of mixed vendor into our operator networks.
So Samsung is one of our strategic infrastructure suppliers. They're developing the radio infrastructure for us in some of our markets. But with Samsung, they have incredible expertise and depth and experience in this area. So one thing that's unique about our approach is to do a concept called split mode. And that's how we get the LTE and the 5G experience in the same radio. Samsung was our first supplier to actually develop the split mode technology, even in 4G. So they actually years ago built a radio that did WiMAX and LTE. So they had a kind of a head start in doing that from a software and a hardware perspective.
So Samsung's a new entrant for us. They're a new infrastructure partner. As we moved into this new technology, we knew that Samsung was doing a lot of good work globally with other carriers, and so we asked them to join our technology forum. We set the technology forums up about 4 years ago and invited Samsung as well as the other infrastructure providers into that venue to start to work with us on use cases we wanted to do and to develop the ecosystem. Not only do we need infrastructure partners, but we also need device partners. Samsung also partners with us there.
So there you have it. We've heard from Samsung, we've heard from Verizon, we've heard from Sprint, and the common thread across all of these is that we're just getting started. So Samsung is emerging at just the right time as a 5G network infrastructure provider. It's bringing it all together. It's in the world's largest networks, and these networks are just being turned on commercially, and services are just starting to roll out. There's an awful lot of opportunity ahead.